He loves the game, he has fun with it, and he's very good at it.
I'm an agent provocateur.
Political strategist.
Controversial as you can get.
An incredible capacity for treachery.
Win-at-all-cost mentality.
When people think of Washington corruption, they think of Roger Stone.
Those who say I have no soul, those who say I have no principles, are losers. Those are bitter losers.
What kind of impression does Japan make on you? What is your impression of Japan?
I would say that it is very positive. People see Japan as a very safe place. They see it as a very stable place. I think it's a great place to buy neckties myself.
Oh, okay.
I think that people view Japan as a much more civilized place than other countries in Asia. But there's also, there's not a lot of news in the United States about Japan.
Right.
I don't think people recognize the threat that communist China poses to Japan. So I think generally people's impression is very positive. Most Americans don't understand how small Japan is, just in terms of relative size. And I guess that's about it. In other words, we get very little news about what's happening in Japan.
Did you have any comment about assassination of Prime Minister Abe?
Yes, people here reacted. There was a great outpouring. I know, first of all, Donald Trump was very upset because he said he had an excellent relationship with him, excellent relationship. And that's actually the last big news item regarding Japan that would impact Americans. But I know the president was very upset about the entire matter. He put out an excellent statement. But I don't think that there's no recognition, there's very little recognition or knowledge in the United States about Japanese politics. We know very little about it. It just doesn't get much coverage. And of course, China and what China is doing and the threats China is making towards Taiwan, nationalist China, are constantly in the news here.
What do you think of the Great Reset?
We don't need a reset. I mean, our Constitution in the United States works just fine. It doesn't need to be rewritten either. So this whole idea of the Great Reset is repugnant to me. People need to make their own decisions. COVID-19, for the COVID-19 has killed millions of people. It's going to kill millions of people more. It has made billions of dollars for the pharmaceutical industry. It has made tens of millions of dollars for people inside government. I think it is a conflict of interest for you to be a public health official who then has the power to mandate that people use a drug or that you then personally make millions of dollars from. Dr. Fauci is a criminal. He's a liar. He did this before in the HIV pandemic in this country, where he could have approved very inexpensive oral drugs that could have saved lives. He refused to do so. Right now what you have is a great awakening. More Americans are becoming more and more aware that the Great Reset will take away their personal freedoms. I think it is a global danger. I guess we're out of time, but I look forward to discussing all of this with you when I visit Japan. And if I get a passport, I would love to come see you.
We will pray.
And we would love to visit you in Florida when when America's policy changes.
Yes.
We don't have to do it. We can go.
That would be excellent. I would love to host you in South Florida.
Wow, great. Thank you. Final request to make a brief message to our viewers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's what I would say. Don't believe everything you see in the media. Make your own decisions. Don't believe everything you're being told, because much of what you're being told about world affairs, about what's going on in America, about health freedom, much of what you're being told is simply not true. The great thing about the internet, even though there's a huge amount of censorship and an attempt to control that too, is that you can learn on your own to make your own decisions. And then finally, in the final analysis, put your faith in Jesus Christ. Put your faith in God, because God can do anything. I'm living proof of this. I wouldn't even be here today. I would probably be dead or somewhere in a prison, despite the fact that I did absolutely nothing wrong. That would be my final message. Love God. Christ is King.
Yeah. 素晴らしくないですか。
だからこれね、
Thank you,
僕
Roger.
皆さんにぜひともお伝えしたいのはね、アメリカっていう国を知る意味では本当に大事なこれインタビューで、散々言ってるからアメリカの信教の自由を守ってる人で、この今のグローバリズムに戦いを挑んでる人たちは本当に熱心なクリスチャンが多いわけじゃないですか、保守と言われるこの人たちで、彼がトランプを作った男だからね。
そうですよね。
だからもう本当に側近の中の側近の一人ですよね、こういう人たちが本気で世界のを相手に戦ってて、彼らの寄って立つところが聖書であり、神を信じるから自由が必要な、信教の自由が必要なわけですよ、っていうこと、それを破壊したいっていうのが実はグローバリズムであったり、一つのイデオロギーで人間を支配する奴隷化、共産主義だよね、全体主義だ。これは本当に重要なインタビューだったなと思うわけであります。フロリダ行きたいね。
いや本当に。
フロリダだ案内してくれるって言うから、マーララゴで飯食おうぜって言おうと思ってんだよ。
みんなで行こ
う。とりあえず彼と一緒にマーララゴまで行けるから。トランプさん来るかどうかは分かんないけど、
それはちょっと置いて、
そこまでは行ける。そこも約束取り付けだから。マンキャーに言ったからとにかく行こうねって。マーララゴまで行けるよって。でそこからトランプ電話して友達紹介するから来てって言おうよって言ったら、それも約束はできないけどそこまではできるって言ってた。
じゃあみんなで頑張って行こうフロリダ。
行こうぜ行こうぜ。